250 years. Happy Independence Day to the United States of America. I wanted to come on briefly. This isn't going to be a long stream or anything. I just wanted to come on to say a few words about the United States. First of all, I want to make sure I'm streaming okay and everything's fine as usual. Let's see. Let's make sure just in case. All right. All good. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. I did. Lots of time by the pool, barbecue, good food, good company. And I just finished watching Hamilton, kind of a tradition that I've started recently. But I wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about what America means to me. This is the 250th anniversary of American independence. So I thought, why not come on and say a few words? It's hard to encapsulate it all, and it's hard not to repeat things that others have already said. So I'm going to try not to sort of steal from other people. I read a great thing today from Jordan Peterson. Of course, we haven't heard from Jordan Peterson for a while, but he was very eloquent and articulate about the importance of America and his gratitude for America and America's role in the world. I thought it was kind of fitting that on the 250th anniversary, we had all these Europeans coming here, and they were so appreciative and so grateful and so in awe of everything here, things that Americans take for granted. And as someone who has come here to America from somewhere else, I obviously feel that way all the time. There are so many unique things about the country that people do take for granted here. Not everybody, because of course, we're reminded, especially on the 4th of July, about all the freedoms and liberties and the uniqueness of the country. And so why is America special? How has this country risen to become a superpower, an economic and military superpower in 250 years, which, by the way, 250 years is not a long time. I know it seems like a long time, but in terms of the life of a country, 250 years is not very long at all. So, what has made this nation so great? Well, of course, this is something that you're not hearing here for the first time, but it's the founding documents, right? The Constitution, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Sounds like a simple thing, but when that was codified into law, like it was at the independence of the United States of America, that was the first time ever that had actually been codified into law. That was the first time that the individual was given those kinds of freedoms that the government could not touch and the government could not infringe upon. So the foundation is important, but it's also the people. Why are the people unique here? Well, America was founded through revolution. And because America was founded through revolution, the people have a revolutionary spirit. And that carries on through the DNA, through the generations. Americans are fighters, strivers, dreamers, doers, conquerors. This is in the DNA of the United States of America. And you cannot beat it out. And that is why now America continues to be such a successful place, because you have the basis, which is the Constitution and the rule of law, and the founding documents, separation of powers. We could go on and on into the system of government, but the basic is separation of powers: judicial, executive, legislative. Those are the three, and they separate the powers. And they codify the freedoms into law, and they make clear that the freedoms come from God, not from government. And because the freedoms come from God, they are inalienable, meaning it cannot be separated. It cannot be taken away by man, by government, by institutions, because it comes from God. That is not the case everywhere else. So, how has America been able to continue to thrive and become so powerful? Founding documents and the people. And today, that revolutionary spirit isn't expressed in terms of war. I mean, sometimes it is, but not in the same sense that it was 250 years ago. But America is a nation of entrepreneurs, of doers, of dreamers, of believers, of strivers. People here in America strive for excellence and respect excellence. It is still the case that here in America, there is a respect for achievement. Now, there are people trying to tear that down. There are people trying to get in the way of that. There are people trying to punish achievement. But when you are here in America, you cannot help but dream big. You cannot help but want to do well for you and your family. And there is a unique entrepreneurial spirit here. There's also a unique faith in God here. You do not find the same trust, faith, devotion, and religious morality in other Western democracies. You don't get that. So, as Christopher Hitchens, the late Christopher Hitchens, pointed out, who, by the way, was an atheist, the late Christopher Hitchens used to point out that America is a revolutionary country while at the same time a conservative country, which is strange because those two things are kind of counter to each other. But it's a revolutionary country in that, as I said earlier, it's in the American DNA to be rebellious against government, to challenge the authority, to value the individual over the group, while at the same time having a devotion and a trust and a faith in an almighty God. Those two things are unique to the United States of America. Now, of course, you get little bits of it in other places, but here you really, really feel it, notice it, and realize that it's a big part of the country. So, getting back to what I was talking about earlier, we have Europeans coming here. And I've often said that the best way for people to truly discover the greatness of the United States of America is to come here. And it doesn't mean you just go to Disneyland or New York City or LA. You have to drive through the country. You have to go to all the places, all the cities and towns, small, medium, large, and experience the true America. And yes, the true America still is New York, LA, Chicago, San Francisco, the great cities, Miami. And America is the small towns too, and the medium and large cities and towns and villages and everything. Even the suburbia, you will find American exceptionalism. And it is my belief that it is valuable to articulate this in the way I'm doing right now and write about it and speak about it and vouch for it. But the best way to experience that is to be here firsthand. And what's happened with the World Cup? The world has come to America. People who otherwise would just read about America on their phone or on the news are now experiencing America. And what are they finding? They're finding out that they have been lied to. They're finding out that people told them America was violent, the people were rude and obnoxious. It was a scary place, dangerous, backward, in decline. And they came here, and what did they find? The complete opposite of all of that. They found welcoming people, hospitable people. They found an economy that is booming. They found a rich, successful country, a growing country with everything plentiful, food, all sorts of products they're discovering, huge arenas, huge stadiums, refills, yes, refills. But most importantly, they're coming and they're finding that the people are really amazing people. And that was my experience. Not to get too into it, but my experience was that everybody told me that America sucked. America was bad. You would rather be here than be in America. And then I took a trip to America, or 2 or 3, and I started to find out. One second here. When I took a trip to America, I found out that everything I had been told about the United States was totally wrong and a complete lie. People told me Americans are mean. It's violent there. You don't want to go there. It's much better here than in America. I went to the United States. I'm looking around. I'm thinking this place is amazing. Everything seems better here. That's not to say that America is a perfect country, but everything seemed better. The people seemed nicer. And the people who weren't nicer, they weren't mean. They were just confident. And I soon found out that what people really didn't like about Americans wasn't that they were rude, but that they were confident. And those are two different things. What Europeans are finding out is they're coming here, and as the Australian guy on the beach said, I've been lied to about this place. And that's why they want you boycotting it. They want you not coming here. They don't want you buying American products. They don't want you traveling here, because if you were to travel here, you would find out you've been lied to by the media. You've been lied to by your politicians. You've been lied to by everybody. And is it perfect here? No, it's not perfect here. But you're going to find that America is the best country in the world. And of course, people are going to say, yeah, but what about this statistic? And what about that statistic? Again, as Bill Maher said recently, don't compare America to the Garden of Eden or Utopia or something. This is a truly special place. And America, of course, has its intense haters, and I'm not going to focus on them today because it's not their day. It's the day for the people who love this country and the people who respect this country. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here. I'm grateful to be here, especially on the 250th anniversary. So it's just a nice serendipitous coincidence here that during the 250th anniversary, we're having all these people from all over the world come here for a soccer tournament. And it ended up not being about the soccer. It ended up being about discovering that America is a really amazing place. America has a lot to offer. America is a successful, rich, generous, kind, welcoming nation. And the revolutionary spirit of 1776 lives on in the entrepreneurs, the strivers, the dreamers, the innovation. You still see that spirit coming through here. And I'm very proud to be a part of it. I have never been part of the anti-American crowd. There are many of them. A lot of it is rooted in jealousy and envy, two emotions or character traits that are very bad, are not healthy at all. America isn't perfect, but America is an exceptional place, a very special country, and you feel it as soon as you're here. The energy, the dynamism, the spirit, you feel it here. And I truly believe that this country is going to continue to get stronger. It's going to continue to get more prosperous, more blessed. And it is going to continue to be the shining city on a hill like Ronald Reagan used to talk about. The United States has made contributions to the world that cannot even be quantified anymore. America has hard power, which is military power, naval dominance, air dominance, everything. And those are important. And it is important that America not be afraid to flex that muscle every now and then. But America also has soft power. And I'm not sure that all Americans truly understand the strength of that. What is soft power? Soft power is you can go to Japan and people are wearing Yankee hats. You can go overseas and you can find a McDonald's. You can see American movies that are popular all over the world. That is soft power. That is cultural power. And America has that. And so today we don't give much attention to the anti-American crowd. And isn't it funny that we hear so much about how horrible the United States is and how they have this wrong and that wrong and they're so backwards here and why can't they get this right and why can't they figure this out? Nobody wants to be there. Who would want to go there? And yet the world is clamoring to be here. Everybody wants to be here. So, as the saying goes, if you want to hate America, watch the news. If you want to love America, travel here, come here, talk to the people here, go to sporting events here, shop here. Don't shop too much. Spend time here, go to the beaches here, drive through the towns here, eat at the restaurants here. That is how you can discover the greatness of America. And that's how I discovered it. I was told America, don't go there. It's a horrible place. the people are mean, the people are obnoxious, the country's failing, it's horrible, there's too many guns, there's too many violence, too much violence. And I come here and I look around and I go, this place is great. Look at these huge stadiums. Look at this incredible store. Look at all the options they have here. And then you start meeting the people. Listen, these people are great. These people are really nice people. Then you look at the churches and you see the faith here, which is strong. In other nations, the faith is dead. The churches are empty. You come to America and they are full. And the whole thing comes crumbling down. The whole lie comes crumbling down once you're here. Once you find out this is a special place. It's not a perfect place. There are problems here. There are problems everywhere. But on this, the 250th anniversary, I am extremely grateful to the United States of America for having me, for welcoming me. And I'm grateful for the founding fathers for creating such an incredible nation based on truly amazing values and important values that are living on to this day. Look at all the rest of the revolutions that have taken place. Almost none of them have survived. The United States of America, the Revolution of 1776, has turned this country into an economic, military, cultural juggernaut, a superpower. In 250 years, which is actually not very long in the grand scheme of things. There have been civilizations that have been around for much, much, much longer and have not even come close to the dominance that the United States has enjoyed. So I know this sounds like really old school, old fashioned, and corny or something, just like the shirt I'm wearing. But America is a nation blessed by God. Has to be. Look at the ascendance of this country. And even secularized analysis takes place. Even people who are indifferent to the United States say, never bet against America. The United States always finds a way to rise from the ashes. There have been depressions and recessions and wars that America has been bogged down in. They're never going to recover from this. Their influence is in decline. More recently, it's been China's on the ascendance and America is on the decline. That isn't really true anymore. America still is, as Ronald Reagan said, the shining light. And yes, things are going to change. Populations change. Geopolitics change. But as long as America continues to be a country that values its Constitution and the values outlined in the Declaration of Independence, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those three things are very powerful. People want to pursue happiness, greatness. People want to be free to worship. People want to be free to grow their family, to achieve the American dream. The American dream is a corny phrase, but it is still a thing. People come here, people live here, they believe that things are possible here. You go other places, you don't get that same feeling. You don't get the same feeling that there you can become something incredible. And that doesn't mean you become famous. It doesn't mean you become rich. Maybe it does mean you become rich. You're free to do it all. Whatever the American dream is to you, or whatever it means to you, in whatever form it takes, you can do it here. People encourage you to do it here. They do not punish you doing it here. People value success here. People want you to do well. People strive to help you do well. Success is not looked at as an injustice here. Success is looked at as something everybody can have. It's not going to be given to you. America is not a place where they're going to give you the American dream. They're not going to hand it down to you. But they are going to give you the freedom and the liberty and the intangibles, which is the dream. The American dream, as I said, is a real thing. People do want to achieve greatness here, and they do it every single day. And as I say, it is because of the foundation, and it is because in the American DNA, there is still the revolutionary spirit from 1776. Yes, it's been 250 years, but you still see it. You still see the fighting spirit. You still see the perseverance. You still see the risk taking, the fight that's deep inside the American psyche. And everybody who comes here cannot help but catch that same spirit just by being here. It is contagious. You come here and you begin to believe that things are possible. And yes, there are problems. And yes, the middle class does not ascend the way they used to. And yes, the economic mobility is tougher now and looks different. But I still truly believe that America is the greatest nation on earth. And sometimes, as we see with everybody coming here for the World Cup, and they're just in shock and awe at simple things. People are refilling their soda, air conditioning, huge stadiums, the variety of food. They walk into a grocery store, they can't believe the flavors, they can't believe all the options and all the choices. These are things that we take for granted here. And I think it's a great thing that all these clips have gone viral because it reminds us to be grateful that we live in a truly incredible place and we are blessed to live here, truly. So, what does America mean to me? America is a place where anything is possible. America is a place where you can dream big and achieve big things. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen automatically. It doesn't mean it's going to be given to you. It doesn't mean it's not going to be a fight to get there. But if you trust God and you have a dream here, you can achieve it. And there's no shortage of people trying to tear the United States down and say, this is wrong and that's wrong. I don't want to be one of those people. I'm not going to be blind to some of the issues. Every place has issues. But today, we look at all the great things about this country, and there are many, many great things about this country. So, what America means to me is an opportunity to live the life that I've dreamed of. And I thank all the men and women who have made a great sacrifice and have sacrificed everything in some cases to afford us the ability to do this. And I thank the founding fathers for being rabble rousers and renegades who had an idea about a country that could be a free country, that could be a place that 250 years later, people still look back at the founding documents and the Declaration of Independence and are still in awe of it 250 years later, and America is still a shining light to the world. And anyone who tells you otherwise in their cynical ways, again, most of the time, that is based in envy, jealousy, bitterness, and don't pay attention to that. Because as we see from all the people coming here and experiencing it firsthand, not by something someone wrote and they read, not by someone telling them what America is like, but by seeing it for themselves, all of those things you're told about America, the negative things, many of them are pure lies. And once you come and once you realize how amazing this place is, like many of these Europeans who came here and people from all over the world, they don't want to leave. And that's why so many people are wanting to come here and live here and become Americans, because this is a special place. And I'm very, very grateful to be here. So that's all for tonight. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. And thank God that I am given the opportunity to be here and celebrate this day. And we pray for 250 years more of American success, freedom, liberty, and independence. God bless.